Hey guys, welcome to episode 9 of the Tech Check. Before we begin, here's a word from our sponsor.
Today's sponsor is Anchor. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. It has creation tools that allows you to create and edit podcasts right from your phone or computer. Anchor also distributes your podcast for you on multiple platforms such as Spotify and Apple Podcasts. You can make money with no minimum listenership, and everything is in one place to create a podcast. Download Anchor on the App Store or Play Store, or you can go to anchor.fm to create your podcast today. All right, guys, so welcome back to episode 9 of the Tech Check. Today we have a Q&A episode. So basically, we're going to be reading a bunch of questions from our Q&A Google form and just, try to answer them or just discuss about them. So what do we have first on the Q&A form?
All right. So one person posted a link to an MIT technology review article, which was talking about Microsoft's solution to Zoom fatigue. Basically, what Microsoft is doing is they're trying to catch up in the video conferencing area by using something called Together Mode. They already have Microsoft Teams, so they're literally just trying to make it better to match Zoom. Any thoughts? Like, do you guys think that they'll actually be able to compete with Zoom?
Probably not.
I don't know. It's Microsoft though. They might be able to. There's no real concrete answer you could really give because it's not really too much information they provided about Together mode.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's a possibility that it could actually compete with Zoom just because Microsoft is a lot more well known.
Yeah, that being said, Zoom and Google Meet have essentially dominated the entire market during the entirety of the quarantine period. I don't really see Microsoft pulling out on top of them or even competing with them using Teams or Together Mode. I personally haven't heard of Microsoft Teams until you guys said so a couple seconds ago. So I'm not sure if that really isn't a reason to be saying that they're not well known, but compared to what Zoom and Meet have and the ease of use, with Zoom already being a massive video conferencing, platform, and Google Meet being a platform that can integrate with your Gmail, with Google Drive, and all that sort of stuff, I think it would. I don't really see Teams really competing with either of them.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, that's a pretty good point because although Microsoft is well known, Teams and especially Together Mode is not really known as a part of Microsoft or really just known in general, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I know my dad for his work they use Microsoft Teams, and I'm assuming that they use it sometimes in the workforce. But I'm thinking of it sort of like TikTok, right? Obviously TikTok's getting banned. I'm thinking TikTok like Zoom, right? They're both super influential, probably the most OP in the market. And then if someone's trying to compete with them, example, I know TikTok's going down. There's an app called Triller trying to compete with them. They literally have no shot, right? And I mean, I feel like that's the same with Microsoft Teams when compared to Zoom.
Yeah, I'm hoping
it's an okay analogy, not the greatest, but
yeah,
kind of gets my
I'm
point
kind of hoping
across.
I'm hoping that actually answered whatever question whoever asked this was, because they literally just posted a link. But
yeah, they literally just posted a link, but hopefully we give a good answer.
Yeah. All right. What's next?
All right, let me pull up the Google form. Hello.
Hello.
Someone said hello. All right.
Whoever said hello, I say hello back to you.
All right, I'll say hello back as well.
I hope you're having a great day.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to say hello, you can say it again. All right. So there was another question. What do more affordable AirPods and the fact that Apple and Samsung are cutting costs by not including charging bricks and cables mean for the phone industry going forward? Good question.
Okay.
Question.
More affordable AirPods. To start on that side,
They'll never be
AirPods
more affordable.
they might be, as technology improves and the industry gets cheaper in terms of making stuff.
Think of the
they might
iPhone,
get cheaper,
right? The iPhone has really never gotten cheaper. really gotten more expensive.
I mean, that's because
I-
they're just adding more stuff into the phone and making it
I feel like they'll do
bigger.
that with
Like,
like the
like you can't
AirPods.
make AirPods bigger because like they
I
still have to fit in your
guess.
ear
Yeah, I know.
comfortably.
It's not
So,
like they'll make it bigger, but like I feel like they'll add like more microscopic features to it. Like maybe it
well,
could like answer calls for you or something. I don't know.
well, the thing is with things like AirPods and stuff like that, where the size usually remains around the same, what they try to do is try to add more stuff for cheaper prices. So like there is a chance that the price could actually go down for AirPods as well because they could try to make it more affordable, or maybe like I don't know, they could like have a line of affordable AirPods and like really like buffed out AirPods with like a
I
bunch of
haven't heard
stuff.
about Samsung like AirPods or Samsung, earbuds
Samsung
Samsung
has
really.
Galaxy
Galaxy,
Buds,
yeah, they have Galaxy Buds. I mean, they're
they're
kind
okay.
of, yeah, they're okay, but I mean, I would personally recommend the AirPods over them.
Yeah, I mean, but there are a ton of third-party wireless headphone users that are much better than both of them. I mean, some are on the similar price, some cheaper, some more expensive. But I personally think that more affordable AirPods won't really change much in the phone industry, being that, um, I mean, they might tempt people to, go with the whole AirPods iPhone bundle, but
Hmm.
uh, I'm not sure if it'll really help Apple in the phone industry that much. On the other hand, Apple and Samsung cutting costs through the lack of charging bricks and cables. That
I absolutely hate that idea.
Yeah, but it might actually that would probably affect the phone industry.
Yeah,
There,
I mean, I feel like people are still gonna buy the product regardless because people just love either Apple or Samsung way too much. Cause like,
yeah,
cause like, as it was shown in one of our previous episodes about phones, Vinay showed us that not all other companies are well known, such as OnePlus. So
They have the OnePlus like buds, right?
yes, but like for like people might not know, like a ton of people might not know about like other companies like OnePlus or
Yeah, so they'll only
Huawei or
buy
stuff
like
like that.
the
So they'll
Apple
only buy
product.
Apple and Samsung and just like deal with it. But
not
like,
only that,
well,
there's also the fact that society sort of
Yeah,
makes
agree.
you want to have the newest phone.
Like everyone
People,
in school has AirPods. Like it kind of like you
exactly.
want to fit in. Like sometimes some people just want to fit in and they buy AirPods just for that reason. Even if like
Hmm.
AirPods aren't as good as other wireless earbuds in the industry.
yeah, not even AirPods, but new phones as well. Newer phone
Oh
you
yeah,
have, it seems like the more
everyone wants
clout
to
you
get the new.
have for some reason. But
Exactly.
so I
Financially,
mean,
it's just pointless, really, to get like a new phone every year. Really.
so
Hmm.
regardless of whether charging bricks and cables are going to be sold along with the phone, people are going to
People are
buy the
still gonna
phone
buy
anyway.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. But the fact that they're cutting costs on these means that A, they can either use those costs to, you know, implement better technology into the phone and, with better R&D or afford better parts or something like that. Or
Hmm.
it means that the phones themselves will get cheaper. Both of which
I,
would be bigger for the phone industry, considering that better phones are coming out with lower prices, or better phones are becoming even better.
yeah, I mean, I think they might just be trying to cut like the price overall on the phone, just because they get phones now are getting like pretty high up there in price. And
Yeah,
I mean,
they're
I think it would be really good if they kept like the same cables and same charging ports, which they probably are. I think that's what their intention is by removing charging bricks and cables. Because like, if you're buying a new phone that has the exact same charging port, like I don't think you would need a new cable. Like you could just use your old one.
yeah. But that being said, if you're transitioning from like Apple to Samsung or Samsung to Apple or
Yeah,
to any
You're
other,
gonna need new stuff.
Exactly. Like that's the only thing though. Like so it's like buying the necessary accessories that you're going to use in the long term anyways.
yeah,
So
it's a one-time buy.
exactly. And
But like,
and
not many people switch from Apple to Samsung, right? Like most people like to stay consistent with what they have.
Well, I mean, that's not entirely true, but it's kind of like going back to Xbox and PlayStation. People
Yeah.
move between the two frequently. It's the same thing for
Mhm.
Apple and iPhone. Like I know Pratham told me before that if the new iPhone is better than the next Samsung phone, he's probably going to end up switching just because he wants the better phone when he upgrades.
Exactly. Also, so I don't get
So
a virus again because I tried to download
uh,
Scribblenauts Unlimited for free.
Oh
hey,
my
that was
god.
entirely your fault.
That was.
Um, but being there's also I mean I'm not sure if it's entirely true, but if people are selling charging bricks and cables separately, I'm not sure if that'll mean they're going to put independent R&D into charging bricks and cables, and improve charging technology. I'm not sure if that's going to go along with cutting phone costs or if it's going to go along with separating the phone and cables and stuff, but that might be
I
worth
Yeah, I feel like they just might, but they'll probably still keep doing whatever they're doing with like upgrading charging bricks, cables, and phones. Just sell them
Mhm.
separately though. Like,
All
you
Yeah.
right,
know,
yeah. All
I
right, let's
think
move
that's
on to the
gonna
next
happen
one.
too. Nvidia and Mercedes teaming up to potentially compete
nah,
with
dude, you
Tesla.
skipped one. Galaxy
Oh, my
Fold
bad. Hey,
2.
my bad. Galaxy Fold 2. That's the next one.
You're right. I mean,
Uh,
we kind of discussed
Yeah.
this in our previous episode, but I mean, we didn't really like. I mean, I
delve
guess we
into
kind of
it.
went pretty in depth with it, but I mean, for the Galaxy Fold 2, I guess some new information is that it's a very costly phone.
Yeah,
People like some sources are expecting it to be around like 1780 to 1980. So I
that's
mean,
stupid expensive for
I
a phone.
I personally
Geez,
wouldn't want
1780. Now that I think about it, that's
yes,
crazy.
1780 to 1980. So like
It's
I personally wouldn't want to spend about 2 grand on a phone that can fold. If I wanted a foldable phone, I'd probably just get a flip phone. Like honestly, at that point.
that's actually so true. I mean, unless they somehow make the Fold 2 incredible, make the folding tech actually useful rather than a gimmick, and make it so that the folding is smooth, it isn't bulky, and it's not essentially just a touchscreen flip phone, then it might be worth the price.
not,
Maybe, but
not
that is a
even.
stretch.
Nah,
No,
I
I
just
It's a
feel
hate
like
foldable
I
phones.
feel like I don't even care like how good they make it. It's just too expensive in the end. Like
That's true.
like
It's a
like
solid
it could be like
grand
a
more
really
than most
yeah, it could be
phones.
a really useful phone for me, but it's like, do I have that cash on me where I could just throw 2 grand on a phone? Where
That
like
being
I
said,
only like to be honest, you only need a phone to call people or like, go on social media and whatnot. Like I don't
Yeah,
understand why you'd need to drop 2 grand on a phone that can fold.
I
I would
mean,
hate having to like pull it out of your pocket and then unfold it to use it. Like sometimes I just like it
Exactly.
like pulling it out of my pocket, checking a notification and putting it back in or something.
well, that
Hmm.
being said, we already know with the Fold One, I'm pretty sure that you can look at notifications and you can still do stuff while it is folded.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't really see how that's the problem. And there's also the fact that we're not the target market for the Fold Two. We're
Oh no,
lit-
no
No.
way.
we're legit going to college, and we're all three of us are essentially broke with less than I'm guessing $3,000 in the bank at
Guys,
most.
I have like
Yeah,
20 bucks. I'm filthy rich.
guys, unless the tech check pops off, got sub on YouTube.
Bro, you
All
viewers
right,
be
then
carrying us right now. But in reality, we're not the target audience. We can't afford it, and we're not going to be able to afford it until after college, right? We're
Hmm.
looking at people who are within the top 5% of society, have money to spare, and are willing to go to buy a phone with a gimmick. I
Yeah.
guess that's all Samsung could be targeting if they're going for a two
Like,
thousand
what's
dollar
the
phone.
point? Like, how much
Yeah.
money would they actually make off it? Like, I don't think that many people are gonna buy it.
Yeah, I
Personally,
mean
that's
they
what I
could they
think.
could also probably play it smart and make like a very few amount of these phones.
They probably
Yeah,
will. Like, they're definitely not
Yeah.
gonna like make like a lot.
if
Or not.
if it's a $2,000 phone, they have to be weighing out some costs here. There has to be a
Yeah.
lot of money going into R&D to make a really good foldable phone. So
Hmm.
they're probably yeah, they're definitely weighing out costs, and they're not going to spend too much if they're spending probably more than 1K in actually building the phone.
Yeah. So what else do we got on our responses.
All right, so I already said this sort of earlier, but Nvidia and Mercedes are teaming up to potentially compete with Tesla in the autonomous driving game. That was one of the questions to discuss.
Yes, this is
This might be interesting.
yeah, this is
Because
I never expected Nvidia and Mercedes to team up, mostly because I always see Nvidia as a graphics card company. But I mean,
but
it's
but
pretty
you forget
interesting to
they
see.
are. Yeah, you forget that they do have a lot of experience in the computer science field, and which is
Exactly.
super useful in autonomous driving.
Mm-hmm.
And Mercedes is already doing a lot of experimentation with concept cars in terms of creating cars that are good at autonomous driving, don't have much that goes into driving. They have
Mm-hmm.
steering wheel pedals, yeah, but it's mainly revolved around comfort and allowing people to relax while being driven by the car. That being
Yeah.
said, competing against Tesla, it depends on how early Nvidia and Mercedes get going and how much of an effort they actually make. Because what Tesla has already is that they already have a decent-ish autonomous driving game. It's not completely autonomous; it's more like semi-autonomous, and it works. We know that
Mm-hmm.
they've tested it. They've their clients and their buyers and their customers have all tested it, so they know it works. But
Right.
Nvidia and Mercedes haven't done that yet. They haven't put out a car that said, "Hey, buy this, test it for us,"
Mm-hmm.
right? The thing is though, Mercedes has a ton of car history behind them for making luxury cars, and that
Yeah.
might come in hot when it comes to getting sales, right?
Yeah.
So there's that to look forward to. But again,
No.
the lack of experience and actually, the lack of experience and lack of feedback in getting in the autonomous driving game might set them back when comparing, to Tesla.
Mm-hmm.
I think at the end of the day, if autonomous driving is to go off like sooner rather than later, I feel like it's gonna come down to like whether it can be affordable like or not. I mean, obviously the Tesla is not that affordable for like everyone in
I
America
mean,
or
no, the
like
base model for like a Model 3, I think, is like $35,000, which isn't that
oh
expensive.
wait, 35. All right, that's not that bad. But like I feel like, Nvidia and Mercedes are gonna make a car probably more expensive than 35K, you know?
That being
Yeah. I
said, you're
mean,
getting a lot more with Mercedes. It's a luxury car brand. It's a
That's
luxury
true.
German car brand.
Yeah, no, but like I don't
I
know if
mean,
that
then
many people can afford it, right?
I mean, then again, it's like it's new stuff, this whole autonomous thing still, because again, we only have semi-autonomous cars right now in
Yeah,
public.
yeah. Mhm.
So it's like with any new technology, it's definitely gonna be expensive at first, right? So it's only gonna be for like those top 5% people,
Yeah.
economy to buy it, and then once autonomous driving really becomes like the norm, the prices are gonna go down a ton to the point where like
Yeah,
they
because
are gonna
newer
be
cars will
affordable.
come out and then
Yeah,
older cars
because
will be
yeah,
cheaper.
It's
Yeah.
all
yeah, because
competition
lack
at
of
that
demand.
point.
So yeah, with
It's
the
yeah,
lack
at
of
that point it'll
demand,
be all
the prices are gonna go
competition.
down.
And two, like
Exactly.
current automobile companies will start moving to autonomous driving as well. Like, Honda, Toyota might even move. I don't know.
I mean,
Ideas.
they'll have to
Yeah,
of
I mean, or else they're
competition,
screwed. Yeah.
and then with when they all move, you're gonna have more competition, causing prices to go down to very
Yeah.
affordable prices.
So then all cars
And
gonna be autonomous. Yeah.
exactly. So I mean, obviously, it's not gonna happen soon. It's gonna happen sometime in the future
Like 20 years, my
autonomous
guess.
is like mostly perfected.
Hmm.
But it makes sense as to like why it would be very expensive now, or
Yeah,
like in the
it's
very soon
bound to be
future.
expensive, but being a German car brand with the name that Mercedes has, it's gonna be more expensive than Tesla.
Yeah, definitely,
Mercedes
because it's a
Benz is
luxury
gonna
car
sell,
brand.
huh?
Because it's a luxury car brand. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
It's a
definitely gonna
luxury
be
car brand and it's German. The only
exactly.
other type of car brand, car country that's more renowned in terms of, you know, actually, uh, mm, like in name and history and that sort of stuff is Italian cars. Because
Hmm.
who doesn't like an Italian car? It's literally
Hmm.
the home of Lamborghini, Ferrari, Maserati, right? So
Hmm.
Germany stands below them in terms of name, but it's still a really, really renowned car country, and it has a lot of car history behind it. So Mercedes is bound to be more expensive than the American-born Tesla.
Yeah, that's facts. I mean,
All right. And what's our last one?
All right, yeah, let me read the last part. All right. Last question is iPhone 12 leaks and if Apple can bring back the users that they lost last year.
Oh,
Personally, I
we
think
already talked about this in I think
yeah,
episode
yeah,
six with
we
Arrow.
spoke about that in
Hmm.
episode 6. So definitely
But
definitely tune into episode 6 if you wrote this question.
yeah, but Dennis one with Arrow. He talked a good amount about this and Apple Silicon
Yeah.
and stuff. But iPhone 12 looks like it's going to be an incredible phone compared to others. So
Hmm.
that's definitely going to tempt a lot of people if Samsung or smaller phone companies don't keep up. But at the
Typically
same,
every 4 years Apple like goes off on their phone, right? Like think about the iPhone 6 was like huge. Everyone almost had it at one point. Then the
Hmm.
iPhone X, I mean, obviously that got recalled and whatever, but like iPhone X was game changing. And then now,
Hmm.
my guess is going to be the iPhone 12, right? Because it's going to be 4 years.
I mean,
Right. I
I wouldn't
mean,
really use that as a
as a
justification, but
gauge, yeah.
I
sure.
mean, that's my personal justification.
And I think with the whole silicon, Apple Silicon,
Oh
that's
yeah,
definitely gonna make Apple, like, iPhone sales go up a ton because now they're making their own, like, processors and stuff. So
Yeah, no, it's gonna cut down their costs, and if they do it right, they're gonna probably have a really good chip on them. And at that point, they have really good chip, low prices. They can decrease the prices of their own phones. They can spend more on development. I can see it making it really well for Apple. But yeah, I think we talk more about it again back in episode 6. So if you want to learn more, if you want to learn more about that, I would tune in there.
yeah,
yeah,
Um,
that's pretty much it for the questions.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
that's it for all the questions. So if you guys have any more questions, we're probably going to release another Q&A once we have another 5 to 10 questions up. So go ahead to our website under, I think, contact us and fill out the form there to send us questions you guys have or questions you guys want us to answer if it's opinionated. But
Hmm.
in the end, thank you guys for listening and stay tuned for the next one.